Hello children, how are you all? I hope that everyone is safe and fine at home. In the last video, we have discussed about plant tissues. In this video, I am going to discuss about animal tissues. We know that animals move around in search of food, mates and shelter. And most of the animal tissues are living tissues. So when we compare animal tissues with plant tissues, we find that the structural organization is more specialized in case of animals compared to the plants. There are various types of animal tissues and they are specialized for various functions. For example, nervous tissue, muscular tissue, blood, these are all types of animal tissues. So animal tissues can be classified on the basis of the functions they perform. And the types are, first one is epithelial tissue, second connective tissue, third muscular tissue, and fourth nervous tissue. So let us now discuss epithelial tissue. The body of all animals is covered by epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue covers organs and cavities within the body. The different body systems are kept separated by the barrier formed by this tissue. So epithelial tissue, if we see, all the cells are tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. For example, the skin, the lining of the mouth, the lining of the blood vessels, lung alveoli, kidney tubules, all are made up of epithelial tissues. Now let us see the functions of the epithelial tissue. As epithelial tissue is the covering of the body or the organs, so first function, epithelial tissue covers the most organs and cavities within the body. It also forms a barrier to keep different body systems separate. The permeability of the cells of various epithelial tissue play an important role in regulating the exchange of materials between the body and the external environment. Because we know that various substances can pass through the epithelial tissue, pass through the cells of the epithelial tissue. Now let us discuss about the all types of epithelial tissues in detail. Now if we see the types of the epithelial tissue, first one is simple squamous epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, and the last one is columnar epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium, where this tissue is found. In cells lining the blood vessels or lung alveoli, where transportation of substances occur through a selectively permeable surfaces, there is simple, flat and extremely thin kind of epithelium which is named as simple squamous epithelium. So these epithelial cells are flat. You know that in lung alveoli, exchange of gases take place. That is, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is taken out. So here the membrane of epithelium should be very thin. Similarly, blood cells have to transport various substances. So they have the thin, flat epithelium. You can see the picture which is coming on the screen. Now let us study stratified squamous epithelium. If we observe the skin of our body, we will find that this skin is made up of layers of epithelial cells. And this is squamous epithelium. Skin epithelial cells are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear. On the skin, the epithelial cells are arranged in many layers. That is why the skin epithelium is called stratified squamous epithelium. You can see the picture. Here you can see the cells are arranged in layers. Now come to cuboidal epithelium. These epithelial cells are cuboidal in shape and forms the lining of the kidney tubules and ducts of salivary glands. That means cuboidal epithelium is found in the lining of the kidney tubules and in the ducts of salivary glands. These cells are meant for mechanical support. In some cases, a portion of the epithelial tissue folds inward to form a multicellular gland, and this is called glandular epithelium. The function of cuboidal epithelium is secretion and absorption of some substances. Now, columnar epithelial tissue. Columnar epithelial cells are tall, pillar-like structures found in the inner lining of the intestine. Remember that. These cells are tall, pillar-like. This columnar means pillar. These are pillars-like and they are found in the inner lining of the intestine. You can see the picture also. In the respiratory tract, on the outer surfaces of epithelial cells, there are hair-like projections and they are called cilia. Why these cilia are present? These cilia can move and their movement pushes the mucus forward to clear it. Mucus is present in the tract, otherwise the tract might get collapsed. So, this is known as ciliated columnar epithelium. This type of epithelium is ciliated columnar epithelium because it has cilia on it. You can see the picture of ciliated columnar epithelium also. So, these are all the types of epithelial tissue. So, read the topic nicely. And if you have any doubt, let me know. Thank you, children.